All right. And we are live.
Yes, after some technical difficulties, but we are finally live. Welcome, YouTube, to Wrestling with the Business, our first ever live watch along. And this is Night of Champions in the afternoon. For those of you who watched our latest episode, we are watching proof of how little the WWE cares about this new belt, as the World Heavyweight Championship is the curtain jerk of the show, but great match so far.
Yeah, so far, technically sound. The crowd's really into it, which obviously after Backlash, you can tell makes a really big difference
Sure.
in regards to making things look even better than they actually are. But yeah, Rollins just hitting a huge frog splash
Yeah.
from the top ropes, and they're putting it on. I have to say, like, just based on the tempo of the work so far, I think that it's probably going to be Rollins going over, especially with the crowd love. Oh man, look at that stadium.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful.
It's huge.
But like we said before, overseas
Yeah,
wrestling's huge.
Yeah. You think, I think we both kind of thought that this was going to be the main event, given the fact that this is to crown a new champion.
Yeah.
What do we think is going to be the main event, if not this? One of the women's matches?
I wouldn't be surprised if it's Becky and Trish.
I mean, they're always trying to do amazing things. This would be the first main event in Saudi Arabia with women, right? I think.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
So, I mean, that always kind of going for the cheap pop, I guess, the cultural cheap pop, as it were. But
I still can't believe this is the first match. It's a brand new belt.
yeah, and I wonder if they're going to do something. I mean, they've only got, 7 matches on the card, so
Yeah.
maybe there's going to be some, I don't know, ceremony or something, which, into a pedigree? Nope. Yeah, so far it's a good story.
Yeah. How can you not love AJ Styles? He tells such a good story in the ring.
Yeah, I mean, he's phenomenal.
Yeah. No pun intended, right?
He's phenomenal. But, I mean, you wouldn't know I think he's 46, 45, something like that.
Is he that old? I know he was. I thought he was like 42, like Rock's age.
No, he's a little older than Rock, I think. He just didn't take off quite as quick. No, The Rock's older than 42.
I don't think so. Is he older?
Yeah, The Rock is not 42 years old, dude. Come on. Oh, man.
Oh, maybe you're right. Yeah.
Frankensteiner? Yep.
Yeah.
I call that a super Frankensteiner. I wonder how much of this they planned.
Right.
I haven't seen any huge spots so far. They're counting in English.
Yeah.
I wonder how many natives are in the crowd versus international crowd.
Yeah.
Because for a lot of these people, this is as close as WWE is going to get, you know?
Right.
Oh, what's it going to be?
Oh, wow.
Oh, get that head around. 3 Amigos? Nope.
Oh.
So we think. Have you heard? Are they going to do? Is it straight Michael Cole the whole way, or are they going to split it up?
I haven't heard.
Ooh. Got some welts.
Yep. Again, if you're just joining us on YouTube, thank you for watching along with us. We'll try to not make this boring and enjoy some afternoon wrestling here.
It is nice to not have it be 10 o'clock at night. I mean,
yeah,
I like going to
definitely.
bed early.
And for those of you who don't know, we are doing double duty this weekend because tomorrow night, AEW, we will be doing another live stream.
Ooh, lands on his feet, rolls up.
These guys are so smooth in their work. And again, another reason why I can't believe it's the first match. This should be last match, second to last match at least.
Yeah,
but we'll see how this plays out.
I mean, So far, at least, this could easily steal the show.
Absolutely. Again, which is why do you put it on first?
I only see one camera close, too.
Yeah,
Usually they've got 2 or 3 around the ring, but I think they've got a couple fixed. But I
probably.
think
Yeah.
there's only one. I wonder if they're going to have any lady referees, too.
Wow.
Oh! Oof.
Wow.
That looked good.
Yeah.
Uh,
But that's what you love watching these two wrestlers of this caliber. They could pull something off like
oof.
that, and it's just amazing.
Yeah, you can tell they're really safe around each other,
Yeah.
too. It's good.
Uh,
Of course, you can't see it until they show the replay that they're actually being safe, but
right. Yeah.
as safe as you can be. Oh, he's going
Flying
up.
forearm.
Forearm. Here it comes.
Oh.
Oh.
There we go.
Come on. Yep, we know
Little
what's happening
suicide
next.
dive.
Boom.
All right. Is this story or is this legit injury? You tell us.
Are they going to show him? Yeah, watch the knee. He might have twisted it a little bit. Let me see if I can bring up comments and
Yeah,
start
I will
interacting
be
and
right
stuff.
back. I have to duck out for 1 second. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I wonder what he's taking. He's stealing. All right, lining up. Big suplex, big fight. Looks good. Oh, nice.
Beautiful.
Hold up. Calf crusher. He looks good. He's got him in the middle of the ring. Good sell. Rolling him over to the middle. How crazy would it be if this ended in a submission? Like, I don't think so. But it looks good. He's working the sell. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's submission on submission. Oh, he chokes him out. Good. Bloodline versus EKO will be the real main event. Yeah, what do you mean by real? I mean, you mean the real entertaining, or that it's just going to be the last match, according to Bruce Pritchard? Assuming that they do the storyline that we had talked about on last night's show, like they have the double cross and everything like that, then I would say, yeah. I mean, for sure, that would be an interesting way to end the show. But I mean, if they do anything else, I'd say no. Definitely no on that. Yeah, the final match. Okay. Yeah, I don't think it'll be the best match of the night. Although the crowd's going to be wicked into it. Because Roman Reigns is into it, but that's what it'll be. Oh, sick. Welcome to the show, Dave.
Oh, nice. This is actually one of the few matches I did really want to see.
Yeah, I mean, it's the curtain jerk. I mean, I'm shocked it's the curtain jerk.
To think about that, those two especially. You know, you had Seth Rollins at Mania facing one of the bigger social media personalities.
Yeah.
And you had AJ doing. What did he do at Mania again? Nothing, was it?
No, yeah, he was still out. Yeah, he was still on vacation probably in North Carolina, chilling out. Very sound though, no botched spots. I haven't really seen any botched spots. So
Oh.
I just realized VH bump is Matt. Hey, Matt. For those of you that don't know, Matt had to go to the doctor. He tore his
Oh.
labia, so
Oh.
he's not going to be able to be here. Yeah, it's painful. Love you, Matt. But he should be
Heal
with us
quick.
tomorrow night, so
He used up 2 finishers to use that stolen finisher.
yeah, it'll pop out.
Smart psychology on Rollins' part to be stomping on AJ Styles' hands, just because think about that. If he can't get the grip for the Styles Clash, he just, or even like it
He'll
can't
finish with
really
the
affect the
forearm.
forearm, but like
Yeah, he'll finish with the forearm.
it is the advertised on the marquee. They're like finishing move, the stomp, the phenomenal forearm.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay, like.
Ooh, we got more color.
Oh.
A little bit of color on AJ Styles. Man, that's been happening a lot lately. We've been talking about it on the show. Like, they went a long time without anybody bleeding
Yeah.
on the show, and lately it's been like every night. It seems like somebody gets color.
And you have to think like an injury like that. That's just him scraping across the canvas, right? That's not a
No, it's not.
a any sort of Ric Flair-esque reminiscent.
No, yeah, no.
Uh-oh.
Here it is.
I don't know if he's going to get all of it.
Super
Oh.
kick.
Just the muscle to be able to like do the Shawn Michaels full Mortal Kombat leg extension.
Oh, the knee. Good sell with the knee. Good sell with the knee. Yeah, that's a good story. Roll him up.
Yes.
Get him. Nope. This is a good story. And everything hurts it, right? The pedigree's going to hurt the knee. The stomp's going to hurt the knee. Everything's going to hurt the knee.
I was going to say, I don't think he has a move that doesn't.
Oh, is this it? Please be it.
A pedigree and a stomp.
That's it.
I was going to say.
Seth Rollins, your new champion. Dan, I believe you said AJ Styles, right?
I'm down one now.
Dan's down one. Everyone
You
else
picked
is
AJ
fine.
Styles over Seth Rollins.
I was playing it politically.
He went to Mania and did work with.
He doesn't even look happy about it. Look. He doesn't even look happy about it.
I won't lie. As an audience member, either of the two of them winning felt like a win. Whereas, like some of the matches where it's like, oh, if this person wins, I'm not interested. You got to wonder. He's looking at him going.
Injury, a fake injury? Is there, like, did he...
I think it's just part of the story of the match. He had him in the leg lock for a long time, and all right, well, it's on deserving shoulders.
Also, do you notice he's no longer grimacing as he's walking around holding a belt and is like
This doesn't look that big.
No, they've done a couple of wide shots, and
Is it pretty big?
it just goes up and up and up.
it's big.
Like-
Yeah. And the roof, without seeing it without the lights on, I can't tell, but
Trying
it's
to be like Dana White. I hate to say it.
oh sure, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, they're trying to do a Dana White thing with him, no doubt. I mean, it works. If it ain't broke.
And
Don't
doesn't
fix
this kind of get the belt over to show like look at all the pomp and circumstance as opposed to like, oh, we're redoing the Intercontinental title. You won the match. Here's the new belt. Like wrestlers celebrating with it. They have, the big important figurehead handing him. Yeah, he's
mean,
definitely fake leg injury if he's doing that.
This will get it over better than putting it on AJ Styles. Would he go from SmackDown to Raw? Or would they keep the belt in SmackDown and have a zillion belts in SmackDown? Literally a gajillion now.
The belt show.
Yeah. But with this being the curtain jerk, I mean, I don't know where you go from here. I mean, one of the women's matches, I guess, would maybe be next. I'm not sure.
You know what that means? This is the first match. It means they got something big for the Bloodline.
Hey, that's what Matt was saying.
It's gonna be something big.
Yeah, if it's Bloodline, there's going to have to be some kind of a double cross, triple cross, whatever.
I'm telling you, they're gonna walk out with 4 titles.
No, dude.
Who?
Roman.
He's saying Roman Reigns is gonna have all. Dude, that would be the
All the
worst.
belts?
That's
He has the
worst.
Universal
Yeah.
Just gonna stack up
WWE
nipples to waist. There'll be nipples to waist the whole
he
way.
has the WWE Championship. He
Yeah.
has the WWE Universal. If he wins the Unified Tag Team, he'll be the Raw Tag Team Champion and the SmackDown. He'll be a 4 champion.
Who's he? Is he pairing with one of the Usos or
Solo Sikoa.
Okay.
Yeah, it's bad.
They're giving the Celebration some good screen time.
Well, yeah, they got 7 matches and 3 hours to burn. I was doing the review of SmackDown, and I couldn't believe how long it took. It took 6 minutes for the Bloodline to get down in the ring to the mic and then speak the first word on SmackDown the other night.
Who got these picks right for this one?
Everybody but Dan. And the graphics look great. I know I messaged it, but I wanted to say it live in front of the world.
Hear that, Steve? You got a compliment, but you won't get another one today.
Ooh, ouch. Ouch. Poor Steve.
There's your money shot.
Yeah, it's a good shot. That'll be in every promo for the next whatever.
So this is the first battle for this title.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure there's going to be some new material, merch for
Has
him.
to be.
I wonder what, because they do the title replicas and it's like $500. I wonder if this one's going to be like 1,000 or something out of the gate. It's not going to be cheap to start with.
Are they going to make it just unavailable to get? Like,
No.
like
I've never known a dollar that the WWE hasn't been willing to chase to the ends of the earth.
true.
Willing to spend a lot of money for it. I don't know, Matt, chime in. Who do you think is next? It's got to be one of the women's matches, right? I mean, I would think. I mean, I hope it's the Trish Stratus one, but I don't think so. They'll leave that one for late. Maybe the SmackDown Championship, because that's probably the least hype. They've done no promos for it. Like there's been 0 effort put into it.
Could be.
So, yeah, they're going to London for Money in the Bank on July 1st.
I like it. I like that they're doing international. Ooh.
Yeah, pushing the arm big time.
Now appearing on camera is Cody Rhodes, who is somehow going to fight the Beast with one arm.
Did you see that sequence where he hit him with the keg? We're not hosting an international kegger. That's all I could think of. He just throws him into this pile of kegs, and I'm like, oh, man. I thought this was supposed to be a family show. Yeah, look at how big that stadium is. I mean, it's huge.
Yeah.
I don't know what... I'm sure they'll announce what the sold-out numbers are, but... Oh, here we go. Street Profits.
With a bejeweled red Solo cup.
Yeah, they want the smoke. Yeah, he's saying SmackDown Women's or IC. I gotta go with the women's, though. Yeah. The IC, I think, is going to be a good match. Yeah.
Oh. Well, as announced, Bex and Trish is next.
Well, maybe they're actually listening to the fan base, a.k.a. me, this time.
They have someone in Gorilla watching. They're like,
Hey,
hey.
they're watching our live stream. Yeah. That must be who it is.
So Dan is 0 currently on the night. Because if they watch the programs, they might have picked. They might have been like, you know what? Dan's not getting any of them tonight.
I mean, I hope not, because I sided with him an awful lot, but I guess it's not about being faster than the bear. It's about being faster than the other guy. All right, man. Have a good break. I'll see you later.
Who did you pick for Becky Lynch versus Trish? Really? You make that face?
Storyline going.
Yeah, I gotta soak as much. And with Trish only wrestling at premium live events, it's not like it's taken a big toll or anything, you know?
True.
I can't believe how many commercials this has.
Now again, 7 matches, 3 hours.
Well, yeah, and I guess with it being on Peacock, most people aren't paying straight out of pocket anymore. So
I'm also curious as to what they're doing at the actual event in that arena during these. Are they just showing the ads, or are they? Because when I went to Mania, there was downtime between matches, but there wasn't like this is a like
I've never been to Mania, but like, I mean, they'll play promos on the jumbotron, or sometimes, like, if it's a longer break, they'll have someone come out to hype up the crowd. Or actually, we're going to Raw on Monday night, so I'll have to keep in mind. I've never really paid close attention, honestly.
I know when Dan and I went to Raw, uh, it was a lot of fun because, as you know, Dan, a very collected person, very this, that, and the other, and there I am, me and the entire kids section going Roman, Roman. Like, we got our entire section to chant for Roman. Even Dan joined before he was head of the table, and he was a controversial character to say the least.
So he was out of Shield, but not
Yeah.
into the Bloodline
Yep.
yet. All right.
Before he actually, did the thing we all wanted, and listening to our audience and turning him heel or even having heelish tendencies instead of it was suffering succotash Roman Reigns, we'll say.
Gotcha.
But
Succotash.
they would just dim the house lights and they'd be like, Raw will be back in 10 minutes. And so all of us would be kind of left to our devices in the dark.
I do not remember them ever doing that. See, now I went to Raw when they were at the Joe in Detroit,
Okay.
and they had someone come out and like hype. And it was before COVID, so 2017 probably was when I went to Raw there. But oh yeah, look at that. Yeah.
Wow, the size that they're showing right now, the arena that they're currently in with all the look at those screens at the end of every entrance and
Yeah,
bay.
that's nuts.
That's
For those like
absurd.
20 feet high, those are huge. Yeah, I mean, look at that.
Look at that arena.
That's like a WrestleMania setup inside. Like, yeah, that's got some serious height to it. Now, let me listen here. She's getting a little bit of hate, but not.
She's getting a reaction, but
Wow.
it's a.
This is the least amount of skin you will ever see on Trish Stratus.
I was gonna say, I noticed she's wearing sleeves, but wow.
Saudi Arabia much? Yeah.
That is zipped almost all the way to her chin.
I don't know. Maybe there'll be a wardrobe malfunction or something halfway through. I'd be surprised if they showed the Becky Trish video. Oh yeah, that's a really good point, man.
Even look at the jumbotron; it's just her name flashing back and forth. No match highlights. You
can't.
the cuts.
Yeah, you can't. Well, with Becky Lynch, maybe you could, but actually, I think it's arms, right? It's arms and legs, ankles to wrists, or something. So yeah, I mean, they've come a long way, though. I mean, do you remember a few years ago when Natalya wrestled and they were basically in long sleeve shirts? I got the impression it was like a last minute thing. Like they got there and they were like, okay, well, like we're gonna have our people check your stuff before you go out. It was like, no, you're gonna cover up. The biggest question that I had, I think, before you came out was, are they gonna have a female referee? Because they've been doing that a lot, but to have someone that's calling the shots, have a woman calling the shots. Maybe in a women's match they might do it. I don't know.
It doesn't look. I mean, unless they swap whatever referee's currently out there, but
well, for this one, but there's 2 other women's matches.
That's true.
But
That's
just
true.
having a woman in the ring, period, as the referee, I think could be something of some note. I don't know that they've ever done it before. Maybe I can ask the professor if he knows.
Oh, I like that.
Oh yeah, the
allusion to Kill Bill.
Yeah.
Because it then. So this is
a race car thing. Actually,
a very WWE way of following the structure, the guidelines that are asked of them, but at the same point not making it so overt of we have to have them.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, they're doing something with it. They're seeing it as an opportunity for creativity and instead of as restriction, which is cool. I mean, I wonder. I mean, Trish is 47. She hasn't done a lot. I mean, even wrestling before, it was all tag teams.
Yep.
So she could kind of hide a little bit. I wonder what this is going to be. Given
that it'll be interesting to see if she just kind of powders out at every opportunity, um, and all
He
that.
says most of the Trish boos must have been piped in because it looked like people were smiling. I mean, yeah, it's a possibility. I'm certainly not flying to Saudi Arabia to find out, but um, good contrast though, the black versus the yellow. So it's trying to tell a good story.
Yeah, this will not be a match where the nuances of moves get lost on
Hmm.
the camera.
The people in the back, even.
Yeah. Okay. So they're already, delaying the start. Oh,
I'm wondering if we're going to see some hair pull and some eye gouging. The usual stuff. Pusher. Yeah, there we go.
oh, she's already heading.
Yeah, those sounds are definitely piped in. I'm watching the crowd and they're just, yeah. They did very little. I mean, there's a lot of talking, but it's clear that Trish isn't around to wrestle very much anymore, so they're kind of having a hard time with making this a thing. And I don't know how old Becky Lynch is. 31 maybe? 32, something like that, I think.
Yeah.
So pretty big.
Interesting.
Well, that looked pretty good.
Interesting to have him just going to the outside, doing the count. The match has been going for a minute. So what? Becky was in the back doing weightlifting, pushing herself really hard. Now she's really tired. Like.
I mean, that's standard heel stuff, right? Like, lining up the shot.
Getting cheers.
I'm still not seeing heel stuff though. Where's the eye gouges? Where's the hair pulling? She should be doing massive amounts of hair pulling. That's the big. This is the stuff that I get critical about because it's like you're not. Trish is clearly the heel here, but she's not really acting like a heel.
Yeah.
She's just kind of being snarky. It's
It's
hard to get good heat.
the Jerry Lawler and Memphis syndrome, where it's like, well, people really like you here, so we have to just kind of have you do heel-ish things, like, oh, when you pick her up by the hair, make sure you, but don't actually like. Yeah. Gotta love when showboating gets what it deserves. I want one day for that 2 count push back to a cover. I want that to work one day. Where like the second or third time they do it, they get the 3 count and the heel's like, yeah! I just need to,
never, yeah.
I just need to try it one more time.
Well, I have to point out for Matt that I don't see green shirt guy in the crowd, which ought to make him mighty happy. At least he's not willing to make it all the way to Saudi Arabia to get a front seat. I do see a green shirt, but I don't think it's definitely not our guy. So
definitely not the same guy. Oh.
Well, see, okay, this is good heel work. Now do the real heel work.
What's the point in being great if you can't let people know you're great? What a classic. Oh! There you go. There's
This is
some.
what good denture work looks like. Or dental work. She doesn't have dentures. They're dental work.
Could.
I don't think so. You imagine they fling around, her teeth go flying. Like, one too many hockey matches.
One too many brawls.
Oh, I got a little hair. Okay, that's good.
Oh. For those of you without the benefit of screening, Trisha's just picking hair out of her knuckles and making sure to overtly show that they were Lynch's and not hers.
But
Once
yeah.
again, like a lot of Trish Stratus spots, but not heel
Oh.
Trish Stratus or like.
Ooh, blown spot. Looked like she saved the neck breaker by pulling her by the hair. Ouch.
Oh, there's.
Yeah, you're talking to the ref.
I was gonna say a little bit too sharp on the camera work there, showing us the fact that they are definitely. Chat, who do you guys got winning this match? And/or when will Mickie James make an appearance? After all, she is Trish Stratus's #1 fan.
Yes. That is... She comes limping out. Limping out from the back. I don't think the... Yeah, a little slow. I would be interested to see behind the scenes like what they had to clear with whatever sensors or whatever, like obviously the clothing, but like even like the shots or like the high spots or stuff. Like,
Yeah.
because I mean, none of them have really gone to the top ropes or anything yet, and we're clearly into this match here. Like,
Yeah.
I think we're getting towards the end here. I don't see this being a 25-minute.
Even that, a bottom rope, like enziguri, not sort of thing.
I don't know. It tells me that maybe they were told like don't go up, because Becky's not afraid to go up.
Trish powdering out. Oh.
Hanging. Nope.
Okay, so you go into the middle rope, but not. Okay.
That was kind of a weird
That was
roll out. What was that? Like,
that almost looked like a Becky Lynch. Like, oh no, this match isn't over yet.
the stuff that. Yeah, exactly. I thought that's a heel move. I don't know why you would do that. Yeah, this is the kind of stuff under. Yep, baseball slide. Yeah, this is the kind of stuff that I'm like. I'm getting a little bit of little pop.
Oh.
No sales. Okay.
I won't lie, that move looked a little bit like Trish may have just whoop right to the floor. Like
I don't even remember what Trish Stratus's finisher is. Do you?
the Stratisfaction, but I don't know that I've seen her do it
She
in
doesn't do that anymore.
years.
Though.
Like
Yeah, I don't.
Chat, does anyone know what Trish's current finisher is and or
He
what
knows.
it looks like?
He's screaming it at us right now. This is what happens when you have to go to the doctor, Matt. Instead of just telling us, you're screaming at your screen. Whoa! As a guy that paid $11 to get a blue check mark, I am offended at that.
Commentary getting real sassy about the Twitter
here. A little sensitive.
Oh no, Stratisfaction.
Still.
So here's our first any of them on the top rope.
Oh, come on, guys. Oh, let me just put your feet around my head. Oh, you missed. Like, sell it as a kick or something, then. Like, push your feet away and cover your face or something. Like, kind of. I'm not going to say it's sloppy. It's just unrefined.
It's not what you expect from both of them. Like, the body
Yeah.
of work that they've had, things like that, they're ingenuitive, they have the capacity, they have the tenacity. So why are we finishing a botch? Like, why are we not just going for it again or doing a leg kick? Like, oh,
That looked pretty good.
that had to hurt everybody. That, ugh.
Oh, top rope. All right, there it is. Not very high. A very quick leg drop. Kicks out.
Is the ref leading over?
Becky Lynch is looking more and more like Bill Murray from Kingpin every time she gets up. What's his character's name from Kingpin? He's got like the hair, the ball with the rose in it.
You know what? I'll look that up. I know exactly who you're talking about.
Crazy hairdo. Oh, here we go. Why isn't it the Scorpion Deathlock? Oh, there we go.
Come on, what was his character's name?
We'll try again. Oh, front bump. Oh, this actually looks pretty good. Nice. Get her away from the ropes.
Oh.
And sit. Oh, come on. Dig in. Bend those knees. See, this is another one that's like, come on, bend those knees. Come on. Yeah. I think Trisha spent more time out of the ring than in the ring so far.
Certainly a good way to protect your heel. Ernie McCracken was the Kingpin character.
Yes, Ernie McCracken.
Yes, Becky. Yes.
No way.
Come on.
Okay, yeah. of
Okay,
course.
good. I was gonna say, would have been a really good heel move to just win by the countout.
Oh. I honestly don't even remember what I predicted for this one.
Ooh.
That's how much I care about this match.
I do think Dan is right. They're gonna the end
is
of
her
this
finger
one,
bleeding?
probably.
Is her finger bleeding?
I think so.
Keep your eyes on Trish Stratus' hands. This will be the second match with color.
Left hand or right hand?
I just saw a flash of red, so I honestly don't know. Could have been Becky Lynch's hair.
No, I think it is her index finger.
Oh. Nice with the arm. Tap. It's time to tap. The match is over. Oh, the hair.
Oh!
Okay. All right.
Oh!
I'll take it.
And there it is.
I'll take it.
Massive hair pull. That had to hurt. Oh.
I don't know why this isn't an advertisement for like extensions. Whatever company's doing their extensions, this is like free, great advertising. Official sponsor of Becky Lynch's hair.
There's like 3 Rogaine executives that'll like get
your
them
feet up.
on the phone. Like,
She got her feet up. Yep, there you go. Yeah, I keep saying that like when their makeup comes up and it's like not even smudged at the end of like a big match at WrestleMania or something. I'm like, where's Revlon? Like, where's CoverGirl? Like, this is crazy sponsorship opportunity. Like, They probably just spray their faces down with lacquer just to make sure.
I know we asked Goldust. We were like, "How do you
Oh yeah, his stuff
like? How
stays
do you?"
together.
And he goes, "Oh yeah." He goes, "I use this," and he took the stuff out from the table.
Oh
He's like, "I
really?
use this, and this," and we were a little like, I said to him, I was like,
Wow.
"Oh,
Zoe.
running!"
Zoe comes out of nowhere. And Stratisfaction. And the end. Wow, good for Dan.
Wow.
Good for Dan.
For a pay-per-view, that's the kind of moment you want to build into. Now the feud has to continue.
Well,
You
yeah.
know, if you're going to do it, what a good way to do it. And now you have another player that can potentially represent Trish in the ring.
It's a good way to get heat, too. Oh, look, she got color.
Oh,
That Stratisfaction maybe was a little stiff.
little tight.
Little stiff, yeah. Look at that. So, yeah, I'm calling it. Even without the index finger, that's the second match with color.
Could it be the ring and the canvas, or do you think it's just the
Oh, that might have been it.
denim?
No, she flipped. I don't remember what the move is called, but she flipped her and hit the knee. Yeah. Leather jacket. It's a good way to get heat.
Look at Becky's face. Oh.
She plays it well too.
Oh, she is wearing that tonight. Is this also the first female of color to appear during the Saudi Arabia shows?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure Bianca Belair.
True. I don't know why I didn't think about I want to look up what her ring gear looked like during that. Did it have all the kiss mark like
No, I would be surprised, yeah, if it had anything even vaguely like that.
Good for us as viewers that when they did the draft and they're like, by the way, here's pretty much the top half of NXT. So they have these tournaments to crown new champions of the other year. But it was one of those like, really? You're gonna have them resolve storylines like, pin, and now you're out of here. Like,
I think this is going to be a good match, this Intercontinental Championship match. Both these guys can go at it. They have different styles. I think, this I think could be
absolutely
an extremely good. What is watch commercial like?
Who got this commercial? WWE or Peacock? Like,
Into the Panera commercial. I forgot NXT Battleground is going head to head with Double or Nothing. Yeah, but it's not going to be much of a match, dude. I mean, they're going to get piss pounded, I think. I mean, we'll never actually know the viewership numbers, I don't think. But
now,
the idea that NXT Battleground is going to. I think NXT gets something like 250,000 viewers every week on Tuesday night, so. Yeah, you've never seen that Jack Links commercial?
Never.
It's funny because there's a little bit of a delay, so we're hearing the last commercial during this one.
Oh no. While we're chatting Double or Nothing, man, AEW's roster getting pretty injured right before the New Japan crossover show.
You're talking about Aussie Open and stuff
Yeah.
coming in. I mean, they had to vacate their tag titles and before they signed. But yeah, obviously, and Forbidden Door is supposed to be the climax of the Owen Hart tournament. So, but they got. I mean, we were talking about this a couple weeks ago on the show. Like their talent is so deep
Oh yeah,
that
they have the issue of
there's
too much
no-
talent, not enough time to feature them.
and they're fixing that. I mean, I think Saturday night's a terrible night. But it's getting so crowded. I mean, if you think about it, Monday's Raw, Tuesday's NXT, Wednesday you got Dynamite. Thursday is actually, well, Impact is online. Friday is SmackDown. You're going to have Saturday's Collision. Sunday, there's premium live events all the time. So, I mean, there really is no good night to consistently have it. It's better than Sunday, but it's not great.
So is he now back to Mustafa Ali, or is he still just Ali?
I think they're calling him Mustafa Ali. Yeah. And I did look it up because I thought, oh, he'd be the hometown guy. He's technically, his family's from Pakistan, I guess. So he's in the neighborhood. I guess if you're Selena Vega's from New York, but she's Puerto Rican, so they were saying I'm Puerto Rican. So I guess if that counts, this should count.
What an interesting way Corey Graves just said his name. Mustafa.
Oh, that's interesting. Matt is saying that he's not seeing commercials. He's just seeing a video package for Mustafa Ali. Matt, are you on Are you watching on Peacock or something else? Because we're watching on Peacock.
We had a very interesting Panera commercial, a watch, Jack Link's in the bathroom.
Yes, a
where-
thrilling set of commercials, really.
See, you really had to replay that moment where Ricochet stood on the top rope and waited to get picked up. Like, you couldn't have just 3 extra seconds of that off where he has him. Like,
I don't know. I'm not sure why, but we're seeing commercials. We're not seeing too many video packages. So actually, we haven't seen a single video package.
now.
Yeah, these two guys are great. Kaiser and Vinci.
What a just. Wow.
Oh, I forgot there's a free version. You're right. We're gonna have to log in next time. I forgot there's a free version of Peacock.
Huh. Well, then that explains the premium ads.
They are premium. I will say this too. When I first saw Gunther, he did not look good, but he's done a lot of work in the last
Yeah.
few months to get his body in shape. He looks more like a champion than he did when I
Definitely.
saw him in NXT, and
And the
So,
indies before that,
yeah.
he was a mountain of a man, but he was a mountain of a man that you could go to your local KFC and see someone of similar stature.
he looked very old school. Well, let's be polite and let's say he was old school.
hey,
old school
so
look.
Haystacks Calhoun.
Yeah, yes. Yes, that's more like what he looked like.
I'll never say that to his face or anywhere within his presence.
His belly
because,
button. I would never say that to his belly button. I think he's like 6'8" or something, right? He's pretty tall.
What a phenomenal presentation for these characters, but also just this gimmick. Like this, the snapping to attention,
Ooh.
the color contrast with the red and the dark blues. Oh,
That's a little. He's Austrian, right? Isn't that a little fasciste?
a little. It's a little too on the nose for some comfort levels, and I don't unless they
What do you
cheat.
think? Hang on. What do you think of
Yeah.
the belt? What do you think of the IC belt? Yeah, it's got the Austrian flag on the side with his name, so it's definitely.
I don't know. After seeing so many matches, Razor Ramon, you're even like the years of who can forget the many years and the many reigns of the IC title when your various fans, your X-Pacs and your other guys were shooting for him and things like that. For me, it doesn't do it for me. But I'm also a fan of the original big gold belt. So anything that for me in my head that's like that's not the big gold belt.
Well, you're in good company, Matt's. That's Matt's favorite too. And he's pushing the power.
Are they going to let him turn Mustafa Ali's chest into lunch meat?
Yes,
Like,
that's almost a sure thing, I think. Yeah, that's like his signature, so they have to do that.
you got to wonder, do they let them, like, do they sit backstage and, like, just whap people with something and, like, oh, you bruise up real good. You're going to be in the next program. Like, oh, that's some good athleticism.
I think this was our only universal prediction that Gunther would go over.
I'm going to see, you know what? I will go against it only that, like, they have him, really decked out in the local garb and all that stuff. They gave him the
They did it at Backlash though to Selena Vega. I mean, like Matt always says, AEW would put Ali over, but WWE really doesn't do the whole fairy tale story ending. Ooh, that looked brutal.
oh. And you know what? We didn't hear that was the rafter mics that picked that one slap up. That wasn't.
Yeah, they're not piping in that sound.
Oh.
Yeah, he's.
Oh.
Oh, look at it! Look at it! It looks like he's got something going on too.
The canvas or something, because everybody looks like. Oh. When they say stuff like that on commentary.
See, that's how. Look at it! Look at how his knees are bent. That's how. You know. That's how.
You know that it's cinched in. You've got.
It just looks better.
Like,
I mean,
yeah,
just,
oh yeah.
I don't know if Trish Stratus said like, "Oh, don't sit on my back" or whatever or something, but look, I mean, he's gonna make it to the ropes. No, he's not. Oh,
Hey, that's a John Cena.
yeah. Just lean back on it.
Okay.
Ooh.
When you catch him in the air like that.
Ouch. Ooh, man. Anytime your feet leave the ground.
Oh.
Yeah. Tilt-a-whirl head smash. See, look at his chest. He only took 1 or 2. Oh, yeah, it doesn't look good.
I'm getting sore just watching that happen. Like,
Yeah, after that WrestleMania match between him and Sheamus
that was
and Lashley.
absurd.
Yeah, that was a lot. Oh.
What? I don't know, bud, that you've done enough to keep him down. And how did how, he has him, and then he just lets go? Like,
Yeah, not a great setup, obviously. Gobble, gobble, gobble. Gobble, gobble. There we go. Why are they doing the Daniel Bryan? Yes. Is he the Daniel Bryan of the Middle East? I don't understand. Ooh. No. Okay.
okay.
Could you imagine if he does win the IC title, all 4 of us get it wrong? The only thing we universally decided and we were wrong.
I'm really glad over the years that they let the performers do those again.
Yeah.
Because in fairness,
Ooh.
oh, between the chops and stuff like that and getting thrown in the air,
Good sell. Oof.
I would
Oh.
not want to have to be Ali's chiropractor in like 2 days when he gets back to the States. Like,
He's just screaming at the screen. What are you doing? L5 and L6.
come on, man.
Or he's probably saying yes. Money, money, money.
I'm sorry, you're facing who this week? I'm not. You're paying double. I'm not.
Pencil you in for 2 hours next week.
Yeah, wow, Gunther's chest is lit up too. Like, Ali's been getting some good shots on him.
I always kind of wondered, like, if you're in the back and you know you're going to be not just the main event, but even in like the second half of the show, and you see somebody, whether it's intentional or otherwise, get color at the beginning of the show, like, does that make you feel, oh man, like now we've got to, like, somebody's got to go, like, whoa, look at the spit. That
Oh.
looks good.
Uh-oh.
Getting everybody's hopes up. DDT. Going up.
But the body language
Look
of
at the
Gunther.
crowd. Look at the crowd. They love
Everyone's
it.
going crazy. They're literally on their feet. And so
Roll
is
up.
Mustafa Ali.
Oh.
Not anymore. Ah.
No way.
Oh.
They just rip the hope. They just build the hope up. Imagine, like, look at this cute little bunny. You're going to take care of it for 6 weeks, and then you're going to kill it. It's like, okay, now it's time to murder the bunny.
What a great way to take that momentum. All of us were on the edge of our seats, we're cheering, and he just power bombs him through the canvas. What a great finish.
Very stiff, very rough looking.
Oh.
Yeah, that was, man, that was, I don't know. That looked a little stiff to me. Lesnar's known for being pretty stiff. Gunther looks looked a little stiff there. And maybe Ali's not a big guy. You gotta be gentle, not mental. Ooh. See,
Ah.
that's good heel work. Oh, I like the shirt. I like the Razor Ramon shirt.
Yeah. I can't believe that Sami Zayn is there.
Yeah, that's true.
Like,
That's all part of the negotiation. Yeah, what was the story behind him? He's got like family or something?
yes.
Some
Yeah.
distant family member or something?
Distant family, religious ties, and just
Okay.
conscientious objection.
Gotcha. Yeah, I will say the cries of Saudi Arabia human rights violations and stuff seem to be getting quieter each year.
They are, especially as they keep bringing in, WWE to more shows, getting more of these things going on, getting in other major sporting events, or having their association with that sort of thing does. Sphere of it. We talked about this on Nerd Glasses, but sphere of influence, but also like when they have a little bit of positive PR to talk about, and the companies are saying like, "Hey, by the way, they're doing this, we're doing that." It's kind of funny that like this is like the big storyline, and this is the conversation we're having over there for their moment time of the match. But like, oh,
I mean, we know what the story is. I mean, if you've
it's
been,
true.
you could have watched any one of the last 20 episodes of the storyline and you'd know exactly what's going on. Except for maybe the Uso turn.
Hmm? I'll watch. How very WCW Kiss contract does it feel for them to say triple main event? Like, okay, but
Yeah.
nope, there's one main event. Like,
Yeah.
hey, there he is. We missed you at WrestleMania. I don't know where you were. I don't remember seeing you at all.
He's good. He needs to go up against Austin Theory for the US champ.
Absolutely.
That would be a great story. Great wish. Not wish. Great match. I was going to say I didn't even know Make-A-Wish was a Saudi Arabia thing.
That's so cool. And there it is. There's our connective tissue. Couldn't help but notice no John Cena at that Make-A-Wish event.
Yeah, it's probably the only one he hasn't been a part of in the last 20 years. He's like budging in on other people's Make-A-Wish events.
Hey!
I wanted to meet The Rock, but hey, John.
Hey, kid, I know you said you really wanted to drive a sports car. What if I drive the sports car with you?
Yeah, it seems like the delay's worse.
Not this. Yeah.
Yeah. This is funny. So you're going to love this, Chad. So right now we're looking at a commercial, right? But we're listening to the promo. So I don't know. Oh, and now it kicked back in. Okay, now it works.
That has to be a Peacock's end thing, because when the programming starts, it goes right back to being
Yeah, I
in
don't
sync. Like, there's somebody in the production truck who's right now like they didn't have enough kickstart or whatever the energy just to be like, like oh no. This is another one of those. One of these days, they're going to get targeted advertising so good that where's the look close to Little Caesars from here? It's like an hour and a half away. They're not going to advertise that. They're going to advertise something that's closer. Like,
Oh yeah, I mean you've seen Minority Report where he walks in and they scan the eyeball and he goes, "Hello, Mr. Yamamoto. Are you back for another pair of slacks?" You know, that's what it'll be.
They'll
It'll be
get
like
the
you don't even have to order it. You just think about ordering it and it just shows up.
they'll get the ads so snug that they'll be advertising like, "Hey, come to the Monster Stash right here in the Wilton Mall." Like,
Yeah.
what up,
Be there.
Steve?
How's the matches going?
So far,
Pre-
it's exactly what we expected.
I think they're pretty good considering this was a pay-per-view that I won't gonna lie. I was probably going to miss it because I was going to tune in tomorrow.
Are you gonna watch the Double or Nothing?
I'm going to try to, but I'm going to have to do my darndest to pirate access because.
Come here and hang out with us. We're watching it here. So if you want,
Thank you, I appreciate
you're
it.
more than welcome to. Well, it's the least I could do.
What time do they fire up usually?
The show starts at 8, but we'll be here earlier
Ah.
than that to do setup and stuff. We'll be here early enough to do setup. So
Normally, I would jump at the chance, especially to see AEW's program, just because all of their programming goes counter to what I have going on the network Wednesday nights, things like that. But tomorrow, I actually have another St. Jude's Play live stream.
oh, cool.
Planned.
Yeah, how's that going, by the way? I know you guys are doing-
Fantastically, I'm very fortunate. If you don't, sorry to be.
No,
But,
do it.
I'm sitting right now at 3,360. I am sitting at the 99th highest fundraised for St. Jude's at the moment.
Wow.
There is still 4 days left, so I'm putting in all the streams I can to try to fundraise as much as I can for it.
That's
Especially
awesome.
getting to go there, it was breathtaking to get to see it, and it was amazing. And everyone's participation has been so amazing to have people's faith in not only just St. Jude, but in what I'm doing and things like that. This Wednesday, we're going to have my mother donated $100, and she asked that she knows my two oldest friends are going to be on the stream on Wednesday, so they're going to be giving me a shaving cream pie to the face. And so more will cause more suffering. But speaking of, we weren't expecting and we weren't ready. But truly, is anyone ready for Asuka?
Yeah, no. At least I wasn't. Well, hey, before we go away to this, how can people donate if they want to donate?
If you don't mind, I'll drop a link to it in chat.
Yeah, do it. Yeah.
But it's through a company called Tiltify. I know what you're thinking, another third party, but what they do is they pay a licensing fee up front to Tiltify all year long. People are able to use them as the platform to fundraise for St. Jude's Children's Hospital, and they are then able to 100% of the donations go to the Children's Hospital because St. Jude's pays that licensing fee up front.
Yeah, okay. Cool. Awesome.
But donating any amount, $1, whatever amount means the world to me, and it means a lot to the folks at St. Jude's.
Yeah, it's a great cause. So if you can spare it, spare it.
There's the link in chat. Hopefully, Autobot doesn't.
No guarantees. Well, if not, we'll throw it. I'll throw it in.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it, especially. I'm excited to see Asuka on a pay-per-view. I've been missing him periodically, so I haven't been able to see her as often as I would like. But for me personally, this is a match that I can't miss. At least on Bianca Belair getting graphics, the other such things as opposed to the
look at the lips. They got the lips.
yeah, as opposed to just the generic waves and sound shapes and the name. That hair.
Yeah, I'm like, that's a new.
It's getting a lot more wild than it is.
Yeah, I think everybody might have had. I think there might have been one outlier, but I think both of these women are on SmackDown, and they're fighting over the Raw Women's Championship. Like, what is going on?
So storyline wise, it's one of those create a character wrestler moments where it's like, yeah, they can have this title. Like
I don't know. Like they did the draft, but they're not sorting anything out. You know, obviously you got to move some things around, and they're not doing any of that though. 2 SmackDown women are fighting for the Raw Women's Championship, and 2 Raw women are fighting for the SmackDown Championship. It's like, you know what? Just don't even trade the belts. Just switch the colors on the belts, and we'll be fine. Like,
So, in 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, does she get a different gimmick to in case the hair's not there to twirl around?
yeah, I'm not sure what they're gonna do. No, she'll keep that hair for forever. Oh, look, yeah, they do have a
So,
women referee
female
who
referee?
also is not showing any arms. Oh, good heel move. We don't see enough of that. Her hair is always flinging around, and very rarely does somebody grab it. Ooh, nip.
Yes.
Ooh.
That's some good working.
Yeah, thanks, Matt. Jessica, that's the name of the referee. I couldn't remember her name.
Gonna hop 1 sec. I think I have a customer at the gate.
Now, this is good. This is some good female heel work. She's stomping, she's strutting, got the hair pulling. Like, I'll give Asuka this. I mean, I am a little bit critical of Asuka, but I give her a lot of credit. She's got good character. Good character work. She's not forgetting what she has to do halfway through the match. You don't see a kip up too often either. That's pretty cool. She's getting tired. I wonder what's going on. Belair looks really tired. Yeah, she looks tired. Sounds tired. No real double downs during this. Yeah, this is our 4th match. I mean, I guess this is kind of a double down, but not really. No real double downs though, which is good because I don't like double downs. They get overused.
Glad to come back that the match isn't over.
No, you didn't miss much. Actually, I was saying that Belair sounds really tired. She's breathing really heavy,
Oh,
and there. I also just noticed that there are no double downs. There have been no double downs so far. It's been pretty well action packed. A little slow paced for the Trish match, but it's
even
been
the
good.
Trish match didn't have too many
It was just a little
like,
slow. It
yeah,
wasn't.
like
I wasn't bored at any point. It was just a little bit slower.
Oh,
That's another good heel move. Pin attempt after pin attempt after pin attempt.
now is that natural or is that piped in?
Piped. I mean, look at the crowd. It's piped. 100% it's piped.
Question is, can the audience, is it piped in like they're hearing it?
No,
or,
no, no,
or
no,
is it like people in the arena going, no one is chanting.
Or they're like, why does it sound like it's above us? Like, is there a crowd? Is there a second floor? I don't
Is
know what's
Sting
going
really
on.
that big of a fan of
Yeah,
some of the
yeah,
heels?
yeah.
Like,
I think especially in this match, Asuka's the heel. I mean, she spits in the face. She interrupted Bianca Belair's celebration match in Knoxville in her hometown. Yeah, Asuka's definitely the heel in this particular.
just
uh,
to casually
feud.
pick somebody up like that. Like,
That's the other thing is they always pitch Belair's power. She's powerful. She's powerful. She's powerful. But again, she hasn't looked. She's kind of struggled to get her up, and he's literally on his cell phone. He's on his cell phone. Why would you cut to a shot of a dude on a cell phone? Like,
oh, that was almost pretty uncomfortable. Bianca trying to an unintentional stepping on the hair.
elbow, elbow, elbow.
Oh,
There's a double down. I freaking jinxed it. Now there's a double down.
although first one of the night, considering this is, the matches that we've had, the matches that are to come, like not bad in work wise and storytelling.
No, this is nothing compared to Backlash's crowd, Puerto Rico. I don't know if you watched that, but that was insane.
Oh yeah.
The crowd there was insane. Nice. That looked pretty good. Get up. Give him the rock. Bring it. Going over. See? That didn't look. It looked like she struggled with that. One of these days she's going to accidentally step on her hair when she kip ups and
Yep.
yank herself back down.
You're just gonna see her go straight back down to the canvas. You'd be like, "Oh, I guess she didn't." 11. Oh, I can't feel good.
Well, yeah, I said that at the beginning. They're counting in English. So I wonder, is everybody there speaking English, or are they piping that in?
It could be.
Nice. That looked pretty good. What do you call that? That's not a standing moonsault.
Springboard. Springboard. Some springboard special.
Matt says that he doesn't think Saudi Arabia gets the weekly show, so they probably don't even know who half these people are. I mean, that's a fair comment. I do believe that Saudi Arabia gets the product because I do believe there are international distribution rights. I'm not sure who owns them. I could look it up at this particular moment, but
in fairness, wasn't that a couple years ago that they asked for deceased wrestlers when they were first doing these shows? Like, like they're like we would like Bret Hart and Yokozuna, and it was like no. Like, Bret and Yoko won't be appearing.
Well,
We can.
I will tell you, if anybody can afford to raise Yokozuna from the dead, it's the Prince of Saudi Arabia. So
Looks like my link disappeared in chat.
it did. I'll fix that later though. we'll make sure we get the voice out. I'll tweet it, and
Well, thank you.
yeah, anytime. My pleasure. It's for a great cause. So
How spoiled are we nowadays that we have like the capacity for the work that can be done in any given match?
Adam, you're gonna be mad that you missed this, dude. Corey Graves just referenced Art the Clown.
Ha!
Forget Art the Clown in reference to her makeup. Adam, man. Sorry, what were you saying?
No. Just the capacity for great matches on any given night, any day of the week, nowadays is more so than it's been like in the last couple of years or decade. Like, it's a good time to be a wrestling fan. It's an inconveniencing time because every day of the week has a 3-hour program, but like
I mean, it's not just that, but with the internet, I mean, you got Impact that's staying alive barely, but they're producing a good product. You got access to NJPW. You got access to all the Lucha stuff.
yeah.
AAA, Lucha Underground, like whatever's out there. I mean, it really is. I mean, there's no better. When I was a kid, I mean, I loved WCW just because it was different from WWF.
Yeah.
But I would have loved to have 3 or 4 different options. And I mean, I get exposed to all kinds of different talent that hasn't really seen AEW or WWE. The one I keep mentioning is Speedball Mike Bailey, that you would never see without,
Yeah.
unless you were in the Indies in his area. So, yeah, it's a great time to be a fan. We are very lucky. And nope, roller up and back and roller up. Now you know it's almost the end.
Oh. And we're very glad to have you joining us.
Oh, is that a hair extension?
I think it.
Yep. What can that be other than a hair extension?
Ah!
Okay. I actually am kind of relieved because I haven't looked into it too much, but I was like, they have to be hair extensions. There has to be a hair extension in there. Like, let's see how this is glued. Oh, yeah, they kicked it right off the ring, too. Yeah, we talked a little bit about kayfabe on our Falls Count Anywhere show this week, which you guys will see on Monday, so check it out. But, you know, a place like this, kayfabe kind of still exists. I mean, like you said, asking for Yokozuna and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, kayfabe still kind of exists when you're not as exposed to the product as it used to be. Yeah, the Prince wanted Yokozuna and the Ultimate Warrior for a show.
You couldn't have asked for Sid?
if I was Vince McMahon, I'd be like, for $200 million, I'll see if I can do that.
Joe, come here.
Like,
can you put on 400 pounds?
Yeah. Or better be like, okay, how can we animate his corpse? Like, like,
all right, team, I've got 2 projects for you. Can we get someone that looks like, or how much would it cost to just bring them back?
Sir, we can't raise the dead.
Is it a money thing or a time thing? What's the problem?
Yeah. We can do anything. God made the earth in 6 days. Come on. We got 3 months. We can do this.
I made WrestleMania on my back.
Yeah. They're throwing herself. Oh! The mist misses.
I was gonna say, what a great job by the ref, instead of just standing there, you gotta move, getting between the 2 wrestlers. But then the capacity for that to have happened to the ref, like
I mean, it would be nice if they did that every once in a while and not as part of a spot. That would be nice. Get that arm up and slammer. Oh, see? Like, she just doesn't look strong. This is the second double down. Man, I double jinxed it. Oh yeah, there's no double downs.
Picture perfect missed. Like what a way to be able to replay that so you can actually see the cloud forming forward. Like uh-oh. Oh, Asuka just covering her hand in more mist. Oh, hook in the eyes. Hook in the eyes, getting the mist all up in there.
Wow. And the belt changes hands.
To what the Raw belt changing to a what
Yeah.
star again?
Yeah. A lot of people's cards. This is going to screw up a lot of cards. Because I don't remember, Matt, who was the one person, I know you recorded the picks. Who was the one person that picked Asuka, right? Wasn't it like Adam that picked Asuka or something? I should have wrote him down and brought him with me.
What a great heelish thing to do. Oh, and there's that plug for Muda.
Yep.
I will say I would have really liked if she was still rubbing while she was getting the pin.
Good heel move.
I won't lie, that's a program picture I want. Asuka with that face paint, the red belt, the flat like in the background, like love it.
It was a good match. It was a little long, but it told a good story. A couple of blown spots, but
It's almost like if they didn't have two double downs, the match would have been
it was a pretty long match, I have to say.
would have been perfect.
I'm actually going to look right now at the match lengths.
Picture perfect, right for the camera, getting that all that right in her eyes. Oh. And you think to yourself, that can't be that effective, this and that and the other. All of us have nieces, nephews, kids of your own. When your kid reaches to your face and has something sticky on it, you're done. That's game.
Wow, huge props to Asuka then. If that's the case. Yeah, I'm going to keep an eye here. I don't know what the length of that match is, but that one felt a little long. So the first one with Seth Rollins and AJ Styles was 20 minutes and 40 seconds. Trish Stratus and Becky Lynch was 14:50, and then the Gunther match was 8:35, which felt like the right length. I think 10 to 15 minutes is the right length.
Yeah.
20 minutes for the first World Championship. Okay, fine. I can accept that.
So now are we getting into
17:40. It was
triple
17.
main event territory?
I mean, we already had one of them. Yeah, that's the other thing is I don't explicitly see what in here is called. Okay, then you got the ZKO versus Bloodline tag team. I'm guessing Rhodes and Lesnar then is going to be the other main event. So it's got to be Ripley versus Natalia, right? Is the next match, or are they going to do Rhodes and Lesnar next? I don't know.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, I got it wrong. I was the only one who picked Bianca. Everyone else picked Asuka. Ugh.
That was a good pick. I would have picked Bianca Belair.
So it screwed up. So it only screwed up my. All right. Well, I gotta pray for.
Oh, the Pauls. Yeah. Ugh.
Karrion Kross sitting, looking like oh God, what do I want to call him? Who's the Margaritaville guy?
Oh, Jimmy Buffett.
Jimmy Buffett. Looking like evil Jimmy Buffett. Okay, yeah, it is an Italian next. I was like looking like evil Jimmy Buffett, and you have Scarlett in
Just-
full garb.
Just playing with her hair as the
Yeah.
camera fell.
This is a lot better than the first time she came out in Saudi Arabia wearing that burlap sack.
Yep. Now it's a fur lap sack.
Now it's
They got the shoulder pauldrons that a space marine would be envious of.
They did no work on this match. If this match lasts longer than 5 minutes, I'm going to be mad. Like, they did no work on this match whatsoever. No work.
Look at this. Little crowd work. By the way, folks, if you want the Bret Hart sunglasses experience, stop by Insane Games in the Wilton Mall and just say to Mike behind the counter, I want Dan. We'll put the music on. Dan will come out. He'll give you one of the pairs of Ray-Bans that he has.
Yes. Yes.
Make sure to tell him Dave said that. That's a fair assertion. Like, Natalia, if I want to be in the title scene, like
Well, she's got, and I was surprised to hear that, to see this. She has like 2.4 million Twitter followers. I mean, she's done a lot of. That's very high
yeah.
for someone. I mean, for anyone, but for someone in the WWE, I mean,
Yes.
it's not the highest, but it's very, very far up there.
I won't lie. I am a little surprised that Dominic's able to wear that shirt here.
It's like,
Uh,
think about some of these guys though. Like, these guys are going to have to be back in Albany, New York, in 24 hours. I mean, they're what, 8 hours ahead of us?
Yep.
So for them, it's, let's just say 11 o'clock at night. And on Monday night, it's about to be Sunday morning there. It'll be Sunday morning, and then by Monday night, they have to be back in Albany, and they're going to be 8 hours ahead of everybody. So,
I don't envy that travel schedule.
but I mean,
do
like,
envy.
it's one thing if you're working the show, but if you're Karrion Kross and you're sitting in the crowd, or if you're Dominic Mysterio and you're going to stand ringside for 15 minutes or whatever, like, that's crazy. That's crazy that the company's going to pay for you to go out there just to sit ringside. LA Knight, like,
Yeah.
although I guess Kross is a SmackDown guy. Yeah, Kross is a SmackDown guy. But Judgment Day's Raw. So at least these two are going to be in Albany, I bet. I wouldn't be surprised if Dom was older than her.
I won't lie. I still, every time I see Dominic Mysterio, I think of that little blonde kid getting
Yeah.
screamed at by Eddie, and I'm like, oh, that poor kid.
Yeah. He's 26. She is 26. They're the same age. I think he's slightly older. Maybe like 5 or 6 months. Dude, this makes me feel ancient. She was born in 96.
Ugh.
She's
I
as old
can-
as the NWO.
I can remember 1996. That's
Like,
not-
distinctly. Like, I can remember a lot of 96.
What's up, Steve?
I can remember 1996 too. I wasn't alive.
You know what, Steve?
You were alive, or you?
I weren't alive.
Oh,
You pirate there much, Paul Burchill? I weren't alive then.
arg,
Arr.
narg.
Oh, Dominic John with Natalia. Oh,
See, I didn't have to look it up. I could just wait for the professor to answer me. He was like, "Yeah, they're the same age." All right, I'm gonna let you do the work, Matt, instead of me. Here I am looking it up, and you just know. That's what I'm gonna call asking Matt, looking it up.
the Night of Champions watch along here. You are now watching Wrestling with the Business. We are so excited to have you here with us. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying the pay per view as much as we are. Make your voice heard in chat. And even if you're watching along after the pay per view and you've pulled us up, great choice, by the way. Make your voice heard and make sure to tune in to Wrestling with the Business and let the boys know what you think about this pay per view.
I can tell you what I think right now. I think that it's funny that Rhea Ripley, wow, and she squashes.
Wow!
I mean, I said 5 minutes, but
My-
I didn't expect
My
it to be.
plug was longer than that match.
I mean, thanks for the plug, but we missed the match. I was gonna say Rhea Ripley.
Again, very surprised that they're able to kind of do this gimmick in this country.
I was gonna say that it's funny that Rhea Ripley's full bodysuit is the only one that doesn't look out of character compared to all of them.
Yep.
But I didn't have time to say it because. Why don't you just instant replay the entire match? Because you could. Wow, that's crazy.
I mean, they are pretty much going to cover the entire match in the replays.
Yeah, all 3 spots, all 3 moves.
Very Rhea Ripley's thing, very Hellraiser inspired, very
Yeah.
looking.
Now I'll bet you her and Dom walk off. They get on an airplane and they fly, like to New York City. Or
Oh,
something,
for
or
sure.
Greenwich or something, like immediately, because it's going to take 10 hours to fly back, even if you flew private. 8 hours, 10
Yeah.
hours. If you flew direct. Wow. Could you imagine like flying that far just to work a minute? Like both entrances took longer than that. I mean, I guess when you're making 7 figures, why not? But you're all pathetic.
Rhea letting the crowd know how she feels. Like,
Oh my god.
I think this Dominic jumping into Rhea's arms spot may have been longer than the whole match. Like,
Oh, the professor's saying today is Natalia's birthday too.
happy birthday, Natalia. I'm sorry.
She should have done that. Why wasn't she screaming happy birthday at her like 50 times in a row? That would have been funny. Oh, here we go.
So deliver it in the exact same way you did a minute ago. Way to go, Byron. Way to go.
What do you think? You like the belt? Kind of looks like the big gold belt a little
It
bit.
does look the big gold belt, and you know what? If you're gonna have a big old WWE logo, I like that one because it is like very much like they had a big gold belt and WWE logo right in the middle.
It kind of looks like the IC. There's a theme. I wonder if they're going to switch the other ones over too, because the IC looks a lot like that one.
if they do the more ornate and not just kind of like
Oh, listen.
oval.
So he's promising he's going to be on every single Monday night. This is the setup for Monday night where the professor and I are going to be in the crowd checking it out. So I wonder if they're going to announce
You
who's
gotta
wrestling.
you gotta
Nope.
get the you guys gotta tweet at Seth freaking Rollins, see if you can get a a moment. Ask him about his plans
Are you
for
kidding
his
me? We're not going to be able to get anywhere near him. There's going to be groupies surrounding him. His wife's going to be beating him back. Okay, so yeah. So I
Oh.
wonder, I mean, is this one of the things that we speculated was that this might just be a Brock Lesnar squash and that they did the arm in advance as a setup for that. But man, 2 squashes? That's not a lot of love for Saudi Arabia.
It'll feel bad just for like look at all this hype and this build up and then
I know, especially since January when he won the
like
Royal Rumble.
you lose and then you lose. Oh, and then you lost some more. Like
Rhea Ripley win? Rhea Ripley win?
of course. No, you know what? This will be the first time this gets said in over 10 years. Natalia won.
Yeah, she's the damage control of Raw. She can't buy a win.
Now,
Already
they're
took the
rehashing
championship.
the Lesnar cost someone a world title story.
So yeah, this must be special for because they didn't do a promo. Well, in all fairness, I was a little late to the live stream, so I didn't actually see. There might have been a promo before the first main event, but yeah, it seems like they're only playing the promos for the main events. I want to fight. I want to fight.
I'm very glad after watching Brock go to the UFC the first time where he forgot all of the promo work that WWE had taught him how
I
to
know.
do.
Yeah.
I'm glad that he's remembered.
Well, and then when he came back, he had Paul Heyman with him, so he didn't talk like ever for a long time. I mean, and listen, you got Paul Heyman, you're not gonna talk.
yeah,
But you'd be an idiot to try and talk over Paul Heyman. But
you let him like
yeah, you just let the man work. Just like you don't tell Brock Lesnar how to fight. But I wonder. I mean, I wonder what they're setting up here. I mean, obviously the arm damage, but I mean, if let's pretend for a second this is a squash. If he squashes Cody, does Cody just disappear for like three months or something, or 2 months or something? Like, do they try to sell this as like, and they try to milk this until I don't know. Like we keep saying SummerSlam, but SummerSlam's too close for a break. I mean, you can't have a guy disappear for a month or something.
what a
Like I'm not. They are setting this up for a squash, but I don't know.
oh, you can't. It almost has to be a squash because how do you have him come down with medical sling and the ice, and then he's standing there with his arm naturally bent, and then you have a former world champion in mixed martial arts, even if it's all
I don't
things
know.
scripted. Come on, like
Kayfabe, man.
that
Kayfabe
dude
means
is
saying,
country big.
"Hey, Lily, thanks for tuning in."
Welcome, welcome.
If you're watching this, I hope you're not as sad as we are. Okay, so having Lesnar come out first, which I guess. Um, Now look at his face. The theory is that we'll know how quick the match is based off of his face.
Oh,
Yeah, if he's smiling, it's a squash. He doesn't have much of a gas tank, so he gets tired and sweaty mighty quick. I imagine he's very difficult to wrestle after the first 5 minutes because
oh,
he gets really slimy.
there was at least a smile for the Pyros.
I wonder if are they just going to have Cody come out selling it, or is he going to actually be in a sling that they take off?
That would be a very interesting choice to have him come out to the match with a sling on. Because at that point, it's like, okay, you showed us that he was in a sling. You showed the arm injury. Or is he just going to come with it like taped to his body?
I don't know. Yeah, like put him in a cast or something, and then have Lesnar smash the cast. Like,
oh, that would be.
I mean, that hasn't been done in a long time. I don't remember the last time. Oh, he still has the little mark from his. That's kind of good that they've got that. That's fun. Yeah. No, Cody didn't bust that open, okay? Lesnar busted it open by pulling the turnbuckle off and going the hard way up against it. Yeah, looking at the black eye, he's like, look at my face. Look at what I did to myself. Look at what I did to me. Why did you make me do this?
Look at the consequences of my actions.
It's like, this is what happens, Cody. Like Walter from the Lebowski. This is what happens.
I don't think he's going to have a sling on.
I hope not. It would look very lame. Yeah, they got like they've got like a, I don't even know what they've got, a thing. He didn't, I guess they sold the wrist, not the elbow, so it could work. Is he going to do the, yep. But he leaves the arm down.
That one crowd member, whether he was singing or...
The nightmare has dawned on
KSA?
Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
Oh. I was going to say, I think it's KSI was at Mania in the bottle, not...
Oh, it was KFC. I thought it was... He walks in. The nightmare has arrived at KFC.
At least in that capacity, KFC doesn't have the double down anymore, so we'll not be having any more of that.
Oh, who's he going to give it to, right? Doesn't he always give it to a kid? Not a kid. That is not a kid.
That is potentially a grown man.
Not a kid. Looks like a grown-up, yeah. Walked past 3 kids to give it to that crew. I wonder if that's like the prince's son or something.
Probably.
Because he like walked around 4 kids to give that to. He's not getting booed, so that's good.
You gotta wonder if they had him like do a promo ahead of the show. Where he was like, "Remember me? I'm Cody Rhodes." Like, you might remember seeing my father's matches on TV. Dusty
Yeah.
Rhodes. Like,
I know you asked for him, but I'm here instead. Yeah, it's like an air cast or whatever that's called.
that's I understand for the idea of keeping it together. It's a good idea while you're exerting yourself. But when you're facing somebody with that sort of violent background, you're basically just writing and here's where you're going to want. Like, really? You're going to have Kane lighting people on fire, but Brock...
Undertaker, casket matches. boiler room brawls,
Even, and let's be honest, Mick Foley and his
Yeah, I was
many
gonna say,
personalities, like
throwing
like-
Mankind off of the top of the Hell in a Cell. I guess he did break Undertaker's streak though, so he's at least
Shane
more
O'Mac
badass.
entirely willing to throw away his whole career to get people to fight in basically a promo for Chuck Falnuck's book.
Yes. All right.
The shuffle step run when they have to go around the stairs with like, oh, don't trip over the camera.
Yeah, Lesnar's pushing 52. I think he's at least 45. I think he might be older than that.
Professor, Brock Lesnar's age, if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, and if you could also produce his latest steroid test results, please, that
would be
good
awesome.
as well. Because I'm 99.999 sure that he's juicing.
Oh.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
You always got to land flat backed. Yeah, it hurts a lot. Have you ever taken a bump in a ring?
Yes. But it was a lot of practiced, not suplex.
Like a hip toss or something? What are you talking about?
No, a full like arm over the body, and they full on hold up and then fall back. Not suplex.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
those I've had a couple of those, and then some backyard federations. My finisher was the frog splash, which was an interesting choice on my part, considering I had never done one, was not sure how to do one, but made it work.
Well, it's not going to be a botch. We know that by now. Yeah, he's 45, according to the professor. So.
Thank you.
And thank you for not just saying 44 to make me look bad. You know, they didn't do any real stipulations on this one. I thought they might do, there's only 2 non-title Night of Champions, and of course these guys aren't champions, but whatever.
So that's what they're doing?
Yeah, it's titanium.
It's titanium.
With the airplane metal.
How you gonna say titanium?
It's not a squash. That's good. I mean, a squash would have been bad. And he's not recently failed any tests, is what the professor says. Yeah, I imagine they're just doing the smell test with him. Yeah, you're good. Yeah, you're good.
Is that the scent that Vince bought you?
Ew, did tea. Is this going to be like the Gunther thing where like huge momentum and then like hitting a wall?
Really?
Whoa.
Okay. So he's gotten 2. He got a big cutter.
He's not even trying to pin after the second one. Which
is he going for a third? Really? This is what happens.
And there we go.
This is what happens. You can't go for a third.
You can't have him tap, though. You can't have. That's going to make him look so weak. You can't have him tap.
Your foot's within range, my brother. Just reach over. Just reach your foot.
Is this going to be like, what is it? Frank Mir broke that dude's arm. Oh, don't watch that clip. Don't watch that clip.
Don't. It's bad.
It's very bad. Don't watch that clip. Roll them up.
Yes!
1, 2. Wow, it took an awful long time to come up with that idea, huh? Suffering from that short-term memory loss, Cody.
That blonde hair dye must be affecting our.
Yeah. Well, back in the old days, all the people that would cheat in the Olympics would have blonde hair because it would screw up the tests. So yeah, maybe Cody hasn't failed any tests lately either.
Aren't his feet under the ropes at this point, though?
Okay, so I think we can assume at this point he's not going to tap, right? So how is he going to wrestle, assuming? Oh my God, are they going to...
Are they going to do the unconscious?
Yeah, this is what happens to Brock when you get 5 minutes into the match. He's just sitting there now, and he's just sweating profusely. And I see some color. Brock may fly home with Cody's arm.
Oh, no.
It's my security arm. It's my mental health. All right, grab the rope, dude.
Come on!
Now you're killing me. That camera's doing a little bit too much work. All right, now how is Cody going to wrestle now? Like, that arm should be dead weight.
How is Brock pretending or like he's had everything in the kitchen sink thrown at him, and now he's on his knees. Like
He's going to have to do like a Jim Carrey, just a floppy, useless arm. Here we go.
oh
Oh, with that arm.
this is when you go to the arsenal and you think maybe I need a different finisher. Maybe if I'm hitting 3 of them.
That's when you're gonna take out your gun. Real life situation number 22. Your assailant is in your home.
What?
With the titanium
What?
cast. Yeah.
All right, I've never had too many major sports injuries, but Professor, you're
He
on the mend.
no-sells.
You wouldn't swing an injured limb and strike it against someone's face. Like
I don't think you need to be a professor to answer that question.
at this point, Cody could lose and still not look like too much of a yam bag. We'll
I
say.
feel like he has to win. If he's squashed, you could be like, okay, it's the arm.
But yeah,
You know,
now
'cause
that
they
it's,
sold
now
the
that it's
arm
back
really
and
hard.
forth,
Oh, it's in again.
broken arm of Cody Rhodes. That's the arm broken, not
The
just
keg
the...
arm. It's got the keg arm.
You're going to the ground and rolling around with an MMA guy.
The Rhea Ripley, and wow. Man, this is where stuff's getting mixed up. Cards are getting mixed up.
Uh-oh.
And is he going to do a rampage thing?
Oh, and Cody's awake again. Okay.
I don't know. Cody's taking a break now, I assume? The Rhea Ripley Natalia match was 1 minute and 10 seconds. Oh, people are throwing stuff. Someone just threw something. Looked like a can. A water
Oh, yeah, there's a
bottle.
water bottle right there in the ring.
Someone's about to be taken away by the secret police.
I I like these angles that they're setting up where it's the defeated laying on the canvas, breathing or recollecting themselves while the victor is standing tall in the background. Like that's a good image. Cody, you've lost literally everything since you got here. What's next?
Yeah, I know. Make me earn it. Yeah, okay. A doctor? For what? Something that can't wait 10 seconds to be treated? Oh, the professor's the only one who picked Lesnar.
Ha!
Good pick, Matt. That's impressive. You got lucky, okay? Let's be honest here. You got lucky, okay?
You got the skills. We know. We
You
know.
got lucky, okay? Don't let it go to your head.
While we're in between matches, I unfortunately have an appointment in Albany that I must get to. But thank you so much for letting me come join the
No,
watch party. This was
thank you, man.
amazing. You folks out there, keep chatting, keep watching. Professor, on the mend as fast as you can. And I'm willing to bet you're going to heal faster than Cody Rhodes does.
Yeah. All right, man. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Well, gang, looks like it's just us for the main event. Should be fine. I imagine this one's going to be pretty long. So what do I think? So let's review quickly, since how we're hanging out here waiting for the match to get started. So Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus the Bloodline. That's Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa. Paul Heyman's going to come down with them. So, I mean, how many different matchups can you do here at this point? I mean, how many different flavors are there? I mean, we've done the Riddle involvement, then Riddle kind of got pulled away, but then he's still kind of coming back and doing other stuff.
What's the
You've
AEW
got
pay-per-view on?
what's that?
What's the AEW pay-per-view on?
It's on Fight.
Okay.
But I think Matt's getting it. So if we can do a sign on, as long as we have it set up so that we can sign on, you know what I'm saying? Then we should be okay.
Let me show him how to get everything all set, and I'll show you how to do it as well.
Okay, cool. So yeah, we've basically done like every flavor that you could possibly do, like involving Riddle. There's the whole uh, even within the Uso tag team, there was kind of a back and forth that was going on. Right now, there's drama between the tag team and the head of the table, and Solo Sikoa. There's been a lot of drama between Sikoa and the Usos, and of course now the Usos are being pushed out. So I think, to Adam's credit, I think Adam might have been the first one to bring it up on our show yesterday. But really, the best thing they could do at this point is to complete the fracture, right? They've been teasing a fracture for the last couple of weeks. Complete the fracture between the bloodline, split that stable up, get them apart. I mean, it destroys the stable because there's only 4 of them. So obviously, if it splits, that's the end of it. Uh, and then, of course, that opens up huge possibilities regards to do the Usos come in and end up helping out ZKO? And then what happens there? Do they form some kind of a stable or a faction? Yeah, does it expand into other talent? Obviously, we got a lot of talent moving up and moving out. We still haven't really sorted through what's going on with the draft. So, Obviously, with ZKO being the undisputed champions, you've got a situation where they can be on any show. Like, is this an opportunity to maybe find a way to like split the belts up? Like, I don't know. Like, it seems like if you have in a situation where you split the bloodline up, you still maximize the number of options that you have relative to the storyline. So it seems to me like from a creative standpoint, it really makes sense it really only makes sense to do something like that where you have Sokoa and the champion going off on their own. This idea of giving the champion 4 belts, that is just so cringe. I'm not saying it can't happen, and I think I'll be shocked if it happens, but I won't be surprised. Kind of like when a fat guy drops dead of a heart attack, you're shocked, but you're not surprised. But I would certainly be disappointed. There's no doubt about it. If something like that happened, that definitely shouldn't happen. You've already got a guy that doesn't even have the time to be on both shows. Doesn't even have time to be on the one show he was drafted to, which is SmackDown. Now you're going to put a set of belts on him that allows him to go on another show that, like, that he doesn't even have the time to go on. Like, it just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So, it would seem to me that having ZKO hold the titles, and having them be in a situation where they are responsible for the splitting up of the bloodlines seems to be the right way to handle everything. So now you got, again, I was saying this earlier, like having these guys fly to Saudi Arabia. Maybe they did like a separate show, like a dark match or something that all these guys were involved in, but it seems crazy to me that they would have them fly out there. Okay, we're starting Money in the Bank on Monday. Well, starting it on Raw and continuing it on SmackDown. But this could be cool. Money in the Bank's got a great history. I think maybe we should do a false count anywhere, maybe on Money in the Bank in the next couple of weeks. That might be a cool one to do because there's some really cool history and it's a really unique. I mean, it really revolutionized the way that they handle championships and just having. It's a great example of using creativity to get around championships and have an opportunity to kind of wild card mix things up. And of course the matches were stellar back in the day. So before it had its own, when it was on WrestleMania, before it had its own pay-per-view. So yeah. You could even do something fun with Paul Heyman now that I'm thinking about it. Like you could have him turn on the bloodline if all of a sudden the bloodline doesn't look like the hottest thing in town because ZKO just went over and the Usos went over. So now they're looking like the strongest stable or faction in the group, like, or in the promotion. Like, might have a situation where Heyman, like, jumps ship or something, Could be interesting. Let's take a look at at how long the last match was. Lesnar versus Cody Rhodes, 9 minutes and 40 seconds, but obviously very one-sided, massive double downs with the submissions and stuff. So I don't know, maybe there was a few minutes worth of actual wrestling in there. Yeah, I know it started at WrestleMania 21, Matt. Thanks. Don't give it all away now, man. I'm trying to do a whole falls count anywhere on it, okay? Don't give away all the details in the chat. So not only is Sami Zayn going to be on the show in Saudi Arabia, but they're going to put him over too? Conceivably, right? I mean, if he's going to be on the show, he could potentially win. That would be interesting too, to go from not even being allowed to go to main eventing, and going over. That would be pretty good. That'd be good. Yeah, they're setting it up now, right? Zayn calling him out, Bloodline's collapsing, and it's his fault. Oh, you couldn't hear that on the show. You couldn't hear him screaming, I don't think. At least I don't remember that. Yeah, they're pushing it pretty hard. Oh boy, trouble in paradise. Where's Kofi Kingston? You know, if they're going to allow ZKO to keep the titles like that, they really need to actually like invest in some of like the tag team stuff, give them their own theme. Like they're kind of doing a little bit with some of the merchandise and stuff, with the duct tape and stuff, but they need to do better. If you're going to put the belts on them, if you're going to let them hold it for a long period of time, especially if you're going to make it undisputed. I mean, come on, guys. What are you doing? We're the only ones that even call them ZKO. No one even they don't even have a tag team name. Yeah. Yeah, that's good writing. I mean, we've been talking for a long time about how Bloodline's the most interesting plot line in WWE right now, which I think is still probably true because there's not a whole heck of a lot going on outside of it. God, I can't believe he's still going to walk out with 2 belts. It is kind of weird seeing that this is the main event, that he holds both of those belts, and that he is not getting the second entrance, right? The champion's entrance. It's just really weird to see. I wonder how many times in history the undisputed champion, forget undisputed because that's kind of a recent thing, but like the world champion or the WWE champion or however you want to say it, has been in the main event contending for a championship that wasn't his own as the challenger, basically, right? Like the challenger's walking out with 2 belts, basically. Walking in with 2 belts. It's just weird. And this is his thousandth day. Of course, if he's going to hold it tonight, so he'll break Pedro Morales' record. Yeah, I get it, Matt. I'm just saying it's weird. Yeah, you're right. It's going to be Jay. Makes you wonder which one's going to be the first to turn. I mean, Jimmy is the most recent, but it's been giving Jay issues for a long time. Jay kind of has the thing with Sammy, the history there. A lot of love for the bloodline there. Boy, these guys can burn time like nobody else. This is like Undertaker level. Oh gosh, Michael Cole. Don't say that. Don't act like that's even a possibility. Of course, I am wearing a Samoan shirt, aren't I? Boots to asses. Nice little pop. Yeah, they gotta have a combined entrance. He's getting some love. Mmm. Wearing that Middle Eastern garb there. It's interesting how the real world and kayfabe kind of collide. Yeah, that was close call. You figured they'd have a party for him. Getting some decent heat, I think. Yeah, okay, he's getting some decent heat. Oh, they love Sammy. Oh, okay. Always a great way to go over, right? We saw it in Puerto Rico. A lot of love. Those graphics are getting better. That really is. It's a WrestleMania setup inside. That looks a lot like the WrestleMania setup. I don't remember which one. When they were at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. Was that 3, 4, 5 years ago? I cannot believe we still have not started this match. Yeah, the bell rang, but I mean, we're over 15 minutes, I think, now since the entrances started. Nobody burns time like the Bloodline. Make the Undertaker blush. Still going. And that cheers from the crowd. That's pretty nuts. It really woke this crowd up, man. They were quiet, quiet, quiet. Good heel move, tagging in Sikoa. All right, now you actually got to wrestle, guys. Come on, everybody's been in the ring once. Roman Reigns isn't in his own house anymore, is he? There we go. Finally a wrestling move. An unsold chop. Come on. "20 minutes and we've got a collar elbow tie up, 2 collar elbow tie ups, and a chop." And yeah, he's getting a lot of love. Where was this crowd all show? Oh, this is way more like what Puerto Rico was. Now they're cheering him tagging out. Yeah, he can't do anything wrong. And boom. The level of no selling. It's kind of hard to believe Sikoa's only 26. Good heel move. Coming in to get a hit, then running away. I wish he worked this hard to maintain his heel status every other time he was out. And good heel work. Yeah, where are the Usos? It's early, but so we thinking it's gonna be like a classic like NWO style where like they come out like Sokoa and Reigns get in trouble. The Usos come out. And it's like, oh hey brother, thanks for helping me, and then bam, they get super kicked or something. That's probably what it's got to be, right? Something like that. Gonna slow things down. Not that Zayn and KO are particularly fast. Good, using the forearm across the face. They need to get Wade Barrett on mic. He's had some great calls in the last few weeks. I try and mention him on the show when I got time to, and I didn't this past week, but he's had some good calls. More good heel work. Getting punched in the face by a Thanksgiving turkey. Does he mean the turkey jumps up off the table and swings a wing? No, I doubt that. Yeah, no love lost here between these guys. I got the "you suck" chance. Okay. Come on, you tagged him. You know the rules. Going for the hot tag. Haven't been doing much work for the hot tag so far, have they? The Olay call. Yeah, I don't think they're piping that in. And again. Oh. Fighting back a little bit. What's Solo going to do? Overselling. No, they're not going to give it to us yet. They should have done this the other way. They should have had Kevin Owens taking the beating and then give Sami Zayn the hot tag. All right, I don't know what that was. Slow motion. He's just yelling and slapping him. All right, DDT. They're each reaching for their partner. Of course, you got to have KO go over. And make the champ look weak.
Is this the final match?
This is the main event. Yep. Boy, did it take them a long time to get going, though. I'll bet you they burned 15 minutes just getting to the ring. Let's count the super kicks. That's one. I don't know. Does that count as a no-sell by Roman Reigns? It was an awfully quick recovery if it wasn't a no-sell. Yeah, oh, there's... The crowd's really into it, although... Going up to the top, upstairs, lands it. Man, that's gotta hurt. He is not, he's not a little bird. That Superman punch didn't look so good, did it? You know, I should have done this earlier, but let's check out what Twitter is saying here. I should have had Twitter up. That would have been a much better idea. People are saying AJ Styles should sign with AEW. Yeah, it's all pretty dated stuff. All right, another stunner. Into a yeah, that's a no-sell. I'm sorry. He hit a stunner, and then he gets a spear. That's a no-sell, and it's BS. It's BS. Yeah, instinct. Yeah, instinct. Yeah, no, that's a no-sell. I don't care if you sold it after you hit the move. There's Sammy. Hey, buddy, where you been? Taking a nap? You think they hide snacks under the ring or something like that? And he's like, got his head underneath there, and he's like eating a protein bar or something. Villains do it first. There you go. And Sammy, over the top. Thank you. Thank you, Michael Cole, for slipping in that little piece of trivia for us. Like their national bird, just like the national flower. Tell me, Michael Cole, why is he like a falcon and not like a different bird? These guys are not, they're looking pretty good, though. Overall, crowd's wicked into it. Yeah, they're coming up for him. I think they're doing bad. These guys. And that's the second super kick. We're doing a super kick count here. That's 2. Coming in for the spike. Miss. Ooh. That was a little close to the corner. Even for an exploder. And kicks out. Yeah, okay. That's at least more realistic than him kicking out. Heyman doesn't really look. Usually Heyman's got the big eyeballs at this point when stuff like that happens. He's not selling it too hard. Wonder what's going on there. You know, Heyman's always on. One of those full-time kayfabe guys. Well, then he should be disqualified for interfering. But he won't be. Into the referee, spears the okay, where's Jimmy and Jay? There's those big eyeballs from Heyman. Uh-oh, what do we do now? What do we do now? That was a decent spot. It looked real. It looked real. It looked realistic. They timed it well. Everything looked good. Yeah, that's a good. That's probably the best executed spot of the match so far, actually. Yeah. Yeah, for what? For the nobody? No, you got to sell the move. That ref can't be any good. Maybe in 5 or 10 minutes. Again? Sikoa's still on the ground. Owens is still taking a breather on the stairs. Like, that's... like, I don't get it. You're stunned against the ropes, and all of a sudden you're coordinated enough to hit a super punch. Oh, is he faking the whole time? All hell is broken. It's just like it was 10 minutes ago, but now it's all hell is broken loose. How come you're screwing up the Saudi Arabia announcers? Okay, here we go. Now it's fair. What's this going to look like? You can't stunner him on the table. That doesn't look cool. Power bomb. Okay, coming out on ZKO. Okay, that's 2 super kicks, so that's 4 total. What's the over-under here? 6? 10?
I'd say 7.
Huh?
I'd say 7.
7? All right, Steve's vote is for 7. Here comes 2 more. 5, 6, 7, 8. It's over, yeah. Oh, I should have said it. I was leaning towards 10 too. I should have just said 10. So we got 8 super kicks so far. So they super kicked Sikoa. Okay, this is getting kind of interesting. We didn't mean to do that, boss. I'm really sorry about that. Don't you touch me with your dirty fingers. That's 9 super kicks. There's the turn. Uh-oh. What did I do? It's a good story. So what does he do? Does he go with his brother? Now's the time. You got to strike while the beast is wounded.
Paul Heyman is just losing his mind in the back.
There's 10. What does he do? Does he join his brother? Kind of overselling the super kick there. After all the finishers they took, a couple of super kicks. So Zayn's looking for his spot. Now he's going to come in. Yep. Sikoa is still the legal man, although there's no ref unless the ref hobbles back in. Yep, where's the ref? They're champions, but they're not. 1, 2, 3. Good call. That's the right way to end it. It's going to be a very tense Monday night.
So Roman Reigns lost.
He actually, yeah, but he didn't take the pin. So it's kind of like a way for them to save him, like make him look like a strong champion while still losing, you know? It's kind of hard to lose. The other way would be like if somebody super cheated, like hit him in the balls or something. And they let Sami Zayn go over in Saudi Arabia, which is a big deal. I mean, last year he couldn't even go. He wasn't allowed in the country. So for them to have him go, be in the main event, and then win, that's a big deal. Wow. That was the right way to end it. I mean, there were plenty of complaints to have about the show, as always. There will be, but the fact that they did it that way, they had the interference, they had the drama with the brothers. It's definitely the right way to do it, and I think that it's getting interesting again. Man, this one, I thought this storyline didn't have any legs on it. Honestly, like I was saying before the match began, like, what are they going to do? Because you run out of riddles. 10 super kicks. That's pretty interesting. The match took about 45 minutes, including entrances and drama and all the BS. But that's cool, man. That's cool, man. That's the right way to do it. I mean, that's the right way to do it. Well, before you run off, Matt, tell me in the chat, what did you think? I mean, was that the right way to end it or wasn't? Yeah, we're moving on to Double or Nothing now, but I mean, I think the Bloodline just got significantly more interesting. The storyline, there's definitely injected some new life into it. I'm actually looking forward to Monday night, going to the show on Monday night now, because now it'll be really interesting to see. Well, actually, Roman, I mean, technically he's on SmackDown, but as the undisputed champ, he could be on either one. And technically the the Usos are on SmackDown too. They end up on the same show, so yeah, definitely made it interesting again. So yeah, that's the right way to do it. It's the right way to do it for sure.
Steve, whenever you're ready, I'm ready to go off.
Well, that's it. That's the end of the show. I would say it was content-wise better than Backlash was. I'd put it in the middle. I mean, initial response, 3 out of 5 stars. I think they did better in some areas than I thought they would. The Bloodline's more interesting again. And there was a really good curtain jerk. I don't think they stole the show, but it was a very good match. So with that being said, moving on to Double or Nothing tomorrow night. Tune in, 7 o'clock. We're going to start with the pre-show. Matt's coming back. I think Adam's going to be here. Minimally, it'll be Matt and I here. So we look forward to see you guys. Thanks for tuning in. And if you keep watching, we'll keep wrestling with the business.